On this day, Boyka received good news from his agent. He will participate in an important boxing match, and if he wins, he will qualify for the Champions League. Boyka is too excited because he has always wanted to be the king of martial arts. Such an opportunity is too important to him, and Boyka is a player from Russia. In order to win the Champions League fight, the famous brand Boyka made a move, and the opponent was faltering in his stormy attack. But every time he fell, he would stand up strongly. Boyka was a little unbearable, and he couldn't bear to persuade him to give up. Who wants to give up? But the opponent still stood up with the pain. At this time, the game card became bloodthirsty. Due to the desire for victory, naturally will not be merciful, since you refuse to surrender. Then I have to fight to the death. In the end, the opponent cannot hold on, fell heavily to the ground. To achieve the victory of the game card, jumped off the ring to meet the cheers of the audience. Did not notice that the opponent behind him has been unconscious. The game card that is going to leave at night bumped into the unconscious opponent on the single frame, then realized that he was too heavy. For a while, was a little ashamed. Over the years, in order to pursue the honor of the king of martial arts, the sin he has created is too heavy, and the wife who died is attending her husband's funeral. There are a few non-social fake clothes hanging over. It turns out that the family owes him a lot of debts, and the husband is fighting to the death, in fact, in order to pay off the debts of the family. The black boss came up and said to the big beauty, although your husband is dead, but the debts you owe still need to be repaid. See if you are still a little beautiful, you come to my boxing gym, do some tea and water. On the other hand, Boyka, who learned of the opponent's death, was very guilty. Although the Champions League game was just around the corner, he couldn't untie the psychological knot, so he didn't have the heart to continue the game. So he came to the opponent's house to express his apology. During the day, when he was in class, he had to be monitored by the gang, and at night, he had to wear naked clothes to go to the Black Boss's underground boxing gym to serve tea. And life on the ground was extremely sad, and Boyka came to the underground boxing gym, where a match was going on, and the surplus little golden cat was shouting and bragging about how good his karate was. And Boyka was a little scoffed when he saw it. What is it, a young man? Karate? This thing is a fart in his eyes. And then he found a big ticket that was serving guests. I wanted to go up and meet him, but I was stopped by the gangster brother, who had no eyesight, and he was kicked out of the gym. But I also wanted to play 2 tricks with Boyka, but I was knocked to the ground by Boyka in 3 or 2 strokes. This show of skill was seen by the Black Boss, and immediately praised Boyka's toughness, and invited him to punch for himself. But Boyka decisively refused. He just wanted to talk to the big beauty. But the Black Boss said, the Mai is now herself. No one wants to take her away. Seeing that the other party is overwhelming, Boyka had to choose to leave temporarily. This man wants to go to the school to find a beautiful teacher, but he was stopped by the wheel position that is not long-eyed. This is a place of house arrest for gangsters, not a place where you can ban if you want to. The man named Boyka is a famous king of martial arts, and she missed and killed her opponent in a match, which made her feel very guilty. I just thought about finding the opponent's wife to do something bad, who expected that the other party was pulled by the gang here later at night due to a huge debt, and he had to be put under house arrest by the gang to go to work during the day. And Boyka was stopped by the gangster's younger brother to fight. So there was the music just now. The opponent's wife is named that lie. Boyka admitted to his face when he saw it. He just killed his husband. He didn't know what to say. He just wanted to give the prize money of that night's game to May to express his apologies. But this money was obtained by killing his husband. How could he forgive? Boyka was ashamed. He asked Amai what he did to get forgiven. Amai said, yes, if you want to forgive, then return my husband. But Boyka can only leave with guilt. Just walk to the gate. The underappreciated security guard just woke up. Then, Boyka promised to play 3 full matches for the Black Boss, in exchange for the big and beautiful freedom. But before the start of the game, the local boxing gym was too small, and Boyka was not welcome to train here. So angry that Boyka grabbed his fist on the spot, and Bill